Hello, everybody, and welcome to Good Time Writing. I'm romance author Lori Thorne, and this is my weekly writing vlog. This week, we have a bit of a different sort of thing to talk about, and that is Kindle Unlimited and having your books in libraries and how to accomplish that. And there's all of this is like really great news, but there is some bad news in the mix. So first, if you don't know, Kindle Unlimited is a subscription service for readers through Amazon. As an author, you can enroll your book in Kindle Unlimited. It's just the ebook. And by doing that, in the past, you're agreeing to complete exclusivity for your ebook through Amazon. Now, I enrolled all of mine that are in Kindle Unlimited. In fact, romance in particular it's almost expected for you to have your books in KU. And it's a cool service, right? I have Kindle Unlimited myself. I read on it. Sure. But recently, their policy has changed. Oh, and it's beautiful. It makes me really happy. You may now have your ebook enrolled in Kindle Unlimited and also make the same ebook available to library services like Libby or any library service that you use. Oh, that's amazing. That is great for authors who are trying to make connections with readers, and it's great for readers because you have a wider variety of things to read. And I have a long history of librarians in my family. Libraries are a special place to me, and I'm just so excited to have my books available in library systems. So I hopped on this, and I know because I use Ingramspark to make my paperbacks widely available, more like beyond just Amazon, and I've worked with them for years. And though it's not the easiest system to do, the product is good and it helps you get your books into stores like Barnes & Noble. That's why I can do these signings and things like that. So all good. And I know from having worked with them that they do distribute to libraries. You have to set a price for libraries and everything. So I went on Ingramspark. I uploaded an ebook instead of the paperback, and I'm going through the process. I know what I'm doing, and I get to the point where you have to set the cost for distribution for different places. And I see libraries, but there's no way to only distribute to libraries. There's like not an option to turn off the other things, which is a problem because you are still exclusive to Amazon with Kindle Unlimited, with the exception of libraries. So, I mean, I looked deep into their knowledge base. I read their FAQs. I can see where they say, yes, we distribute to libraries, but I can't seem to turn off the other options. So I reached out to their tech support. They were only available through email, and that's fine. I sent them an email and I waited quite a long time, and I got an email back finally yesterday, and I'll put a screenshot of it up here. Part of it anyway. It's quite a long email, and it's a little confusing because what they're saying essentially is just giving me a description of what they do, which I already know. Ingramspark is a print-on-demand and distribution service. That's the reason they exist. It's what they do. And they even say that, hey, we distribute to libraries. I'm like, yep, I know. Good job. And then they say they cannot do my request. They won't be able to complete the request, which is bizarre. Because I think what they're looking to say is that they will not, because they're already doing this. Again, they distribute to libraries. What they're refusing to do is to separate the options out so that you can choose only libraries, or if you didn't want your books in libraries for some reason, only these other distribution methods. So I'm thinking it's a tool limitation, but I'm also thinking that it's going to get them into a lot of hot water. This is a newer move. I think it came out like a month and a half ago now. where we're able to do this, and a lot of authors are really excited about it, and a lot of us use Ingramspark. So I am 100% sure that they're getting the same request from a lot of authors, and they're just straight up not entertaining changing their system, which is so painfully disappointing. So if you are an author and you are using Ingramspark, please tell them that you are disappointed. And know that you can still achieve this by going, I went through Draft to Digital. There may be other services available too, but I had another author friend of mine do hers through Draft to Digital. And I went there, and literally it was like 11:30 at night, and I was done with all of my books, getting them uploaded probably in 15 to 20 minutes. It was very easy to do. And you can simply just select library distribution for your books. So mine aren't available yet in libraries because they're still processing like my tax information and bank account information and stuff. But it should only be like days, just a couple of days, and they'll all be in the library system, which I'm so stoked about. So I know that's a longer thing, kind of a heavy thing. To me, it feels very heavy because I'm just so let down, and it doesn't even make financial sense because they still make money from libraries. I don't know. Anyway, let's do some Vote Your WIP. Number 1. She wanted me to be fearless, but she also could have done with more acquiescence, I suspect. All right, number 2. Whatever skill Frankie had at keeping things on the low, Laura lacked it. And number 3. The whole thing felt so contradictory. Frankie had gone out of her way to put something inside an envelope, so it must be important. But she hadn't sealed it, and judging from its appearance, it might have been crumpled up in her pocket for a few years. Let me know which is your favorite line in the comments, and if you learned anything, if you got anything from this, please give me a subscribe, and I'll see you next week.